But Volskaya Industries with the Warriors up 1-0. We're going to see what's going on. Sky Captain saying Rambino's a little quiet. Let me make sure he's turned up as much as I possibly can in Discord. Yeah, he's about as loud as I can make him. Rambino, feel free to get that microphone even closer to your mouth, good sir. But top left, again, is your Cosmonaut Whales. Top right is your Quick Play Warriors. It's going to be the Whales on defense first, and they're kind of doing, they're doing a dive build, very mobile. Well, Sparky Muffin's going to be the most immobile with the Diva Winston. Dank Beam's going to be on the Doom Fist, going to be backed up by Mexican Lucky. He'll be hacking and then punching people in the face. Geode healing on the Lucio to keep the tanks alive and moving very quickly. And we got Anna healing from Sparky Muffin. Now they're going to go ahead and get a Symmetra here to kind of teleport a Bastion up to the high ground, immediately getting teleporters as well. Thunders does get the kill on GL, but he then falls to Julik Julik. Geo gets Thick Bob. Dank Beams does get Thick Bobs himself. They are on the point, almost getting a tick. Both punching and charging, they both fall down. The punch does come out to kill Krymax. Epic Sama actually falls off or jumps to his death because right now Julik Julik with that double kill is going to secure this defense.
Now, I'm partial to Bastion only because he did get buffed recently, and even before that, I've just been a big fan of Bastion compositions. They're a little cheesy sometimes, but I will say that Bastion is actually, on paper, also better than most DPS.
Absolutely, being able in turret mode, doing a lot of damage now. If they don't go too fast! Oh, he almost fell out. But this is that sneaky little bit because you were able to teleport your entire team around the back. We're going to see if the Whales realize that when nobody's going in the front door. Quite a lot of cheese indeed. Now Bastion is set up. The monkey does jump up. Julik Julik does jump up and gets taken out immediately. Meteor Strike comes down, getting the one turret down. But Julik Julik gets hit out of mech. GL able to take down Sage. Krymax does fall to Dank Memes. Thunders gets the kill on the monkey. The repositioning, the both turrets. This is a triple turret build, more or less. Torbjorn has a turret, Bastion is a turret, and Symmetra sets up turrets. But Thunders does bust out the ultimate of Bastion, becoming a tank and just shooting tanks. Using the Lucio ult to stay alive just that little bit longer before getting taken down. The turret doing a lot of damage to Mexican Lucky in the back, but right now it is one member on the point, a sleeping Bastion, but it's still going to count. It does look like the Warriors are going to take this first point. Krymax has actually switched off onto a Hanzo. Deciding Symmetra is no longer needed. Would you agree with that? Now, I don't remember seeing Symmetra's ult.
So I do believe that Symmetra has excellent utility and she's a fantastic support overall, but because she lacks healing, it's really hard to justify that second support slot for the entire game.
I would definitely have to agree because they're actually going ahead and sticking to not going to that second support. They only have the Moira. Now Bastion can heal himself, and they are doing cheeky with the turret on the platform that moves all the way around. Vegas Memes does get the pick on Thunders. But that turret on the high ground, it's a moving target that has auto-aim. It is very dangerous if you don't have someone to focus down. Shatter comes down, Mini Julik taken down. Sparky Muffin is on the floor, but stands back up. Sage pays for that slam and kill of Julik Julik by Mexican Lucky. And again, they're going to hold this first push coming out from the Warriors, so the Whales do have a chance to regroup and get this egg set because they have several ults in their arsenal. Still not seeing that second support coming out from the Warriors. Very interesting. There it is. Thunders comes in and says, I can play Anna. He was the Widowmaker on the last map, so I'm glad to see him using that sniping and aiming ability to heal versus killing. Monkey jumps in, doing some poke damage as they're trying to grab. EMP comes out. Here comes out the self-destruct. Does get the turret. That was not moving, but there's a lot of EMP that's going to help them finish off Eric Sama and Krymax. Now Sage is here to help shield the rest of his team on that retreat. Torbjorn still just EMP just a little bit. Should be wearing off any second now. Now Eric Sama does have his Diva Bomb. And we do have a Dragon Strike. And a Molten Core. The new Molten Core, for those unfamiliar, Torbjorn's Molten Core is basically area denial where he puts molten lava on the ground in certain spots. He has 10 shots. He either gets to put 10 shots down or he gets to just waste his time. But Geode gets picked off by Krymax as he comes up to the side. And Monkey comes in. Here comes that Dragon Strike as well. Molten Core on the point. Wholesome does fall to the punch. Actually, Dankus Memes getting both healers in the back line. Geode using an ult to stay alive, keep the rest of his team alive. Mexing looking at the kill on Thick Bob's. Hax comes out. Sage falls. And it's just Mini Eric who's here and is going to fall. And again, a good defense coming out so far from the Whales.
I think both times I've seen them defend fluidly, it really is their defense that shines here. And I do hope that with that Doomfist and Winston combination, it's really going to force them to swap a couple more times before they take that second point.
All right, I agree with you completely. We do have 2 ults to 2 ults. We're going to see if there's any change. Shatter comes out. It doesn't look like it hits anyone from Sage. Here he comes out to nerf this, looking to find somebody unshielded, does not find him. Meteor Strike coming out as well. Crimax does finish off the monkey who was diving in the back. Meteor Strike comes down for safety reasons, not for a kill. Dragon Strike again on the side of the Warriors, just straight down the middle, trying to split them off. Doomfist in the back, finds the kill on Mini D.Va. And right now, they are looks like the Warriors are split, trying to decide if they come down the side or the right. Transcendence actually comes out. Got a stun to stun, fist to body. They both fall down on the ground. Mexican Lucky is going to find Thunders in the background. They are pushing back this defense. They were a little too split for this to be of much success. And they're going to go ahead and jump off so they can reset together as a team. What else do we think they need to do to push through this defense?
Well, they do have an EMP that is almost ready to go. If they could just combine that with a self-destruct, it would probably get them the point.
Now, there's not a lot of shields, so the defending team, being mobile themselves, the attacking team is going to have to catch them really off guard with that, because they will be able to get around corners. They would have dived to safety. They would need something like a grab to keep them in place. Monkey diving up on the top to try and push them back, but again, they're deciding on where to go. They're coming in the front. Here comes the EMP from the Warriors and a boosted Monkey. And they start chasing him down. Again, Crimax does fall to GL, but Dankus Memes gets picked up by Thick Bob. Sage also getting Sparky Muffin. That's a lot of damage from the Monkey when you're using Ana boosted. It's 50% more damage. He's tickling, Mexing to the death, but GL is going to get down Thick Bob's first. Does look like the Monkey is going to be dived upon and he'll be killed slowly. Thunders does get GL, but he's going to have the respawn advantage. They're still pretty split. Both healers here in the corner. A huge leap coming out from Dankus Memes, who finishes them both off with a fist to the face. And also getting Eric Sama out of his mech. And they're just they're being a very aggressive defense right now, but not going past this one wall. I like seeing that.
The quick play Warriors are now at a supreme disadvantage because they have no ultimates for this next team push, a primal rage at best, and that will be very easy to control, especially with 4, almost 5 ults ready to go.
Monkey diving in the back, using Angry Monkey on the defensive side, punching coming in, just disrupting as best they can. 30 seconds, here comes the EMP from the side of the Whales. The Meteor Strike comes down, not going to find anyone, but finishes off both Sage and Crimax. Mexican Lucky finishing off both the D.Va mech and D.Va, and then her counterpart Sombra. Now they do have ults possibly, so do you think what combination do they need to use for these?
Well, being that they don't really have the option to swap anymore, I would just say use what you have, because you've got all 6 of your ultimates. You need to get on the point right this second. And
a boosted Angry Monkey, used to be used. D.Va Bomb comes in, not going to hit anyone. Crymox getting a kill with that blade. Defensive EMP, or offensive EMP comes out quite later. Here comes out the nerf this from the attackers. Does find Geode, for dude was not able to get around the corner. It is Doomfist here. They are chasing down Sparky Muffin, who falls. They're going to take down Mexican Lucky. They're at 1 tick, looking for 2. Not going to quite get 2. Gets hacked! Julie getting hacked before the come down on the hamster. Here comes the Monkey. They are just past 2 ticks. They are at least going to get that much. But Monkey gets cleaned off. Geode is here on. Lucio just trying to stall more or less. Eric Sama's going to want to finish him off. They're in overtime. Can they get somebody on point? Memes does get on here. Sparky Muffin falls, and Dank Memes Mouth in overtime with all the ults thrown in their face. The Warriors are going to be able to get to the second point.
Now, the problem that the Quick Play Warriors had during that entire second duration of the point, their ult economy is too heavily committed when they're pushing, and because they burned everything at the last moment, they took the point, but that isn't a reliable strategy.
I would completely agree. If they do that every single fight, it's not going to work. I would definitely not would have liked to see an Ana boost onto a monkey who had just done Angry Monkey. The Angry Monkey, I can agree, because he lowers his leap cooldown by half. So instead of 6 seconds, it is 3 seconds. So he would have been able to get on the point, leap, ult, then leap again. But I would have liked to seen the Ana boost maybe waited to use with the Genji ult, or waited till Monkey was out of being an Angry Monkey to be more effective. Because an Angry Monkey does not necessarily need the Ana boost. He already has 800 health. He's not going to die that very quickly at all. It would allow time for the rest of his team to push forward, and then the rest of the team would have had a better use of the Genji ult. All that in hindsight, they still took the point, and they still did a great hack on Julik, who was coming in as a hamster. So Sombra playing a lot of great roles, great EMPs from both sides, great hacks from both sides. I'm curious to see what the Warriors are going to do. They have switched back to a Bastion. They switched back to their triple turret. And I'm curious how it's going to be on defense versus attack. I'm actually really... why would they take that point all the way where they're setting up there, Rambino?
So the interesting thing there is that they want to sit back as much as possible because I think they've already overestimated how aggressive the opposite team can be here. And now they're trying to just turtle and forcing them to fight close quarter.
And turtle they will. They're all in one very collective choice, and the rest of the whales are pushing forward right in their face, and they're going to use the teleporter from Symmetra to get to the exact opposite side of the wall. But being behind a wall means they're behind a wall, so they're actually pretty safe, and the teleporter cooldown is not going to be long enough, just enough to where they're able to get the charge off. Thunders falls to Geo. Dakebeam's finished off Sage. Now, GL did charge off the point, so he is going to fall to Sama. As they are coming on the other side of the point, turret is directly on the point. Take it off. Another teleporter coming out. Turrets as well, trying to finish off Mini Julik. But they are getting one. Here comes out the Symmetra ult, splitting it down the middle. That's 5,000 health, a shield in favor of the Warriors, just right in the middle of the field. A lot of heals can't even go through that, but it's going to be Eric Sama hit out of the mech. Mercy is still doing a great job healing, trying to keep him alive. Here goes that Symmetra teleporter, trying to keep him alive. Use some mobility, but it's going to be the whales who do a lot of damage, clean them up, and they're going to start taking this first point.
I'm back in the fight.
Wholesome deciding to actually jump off.
Really good aggressive pushes from Kosmonaught. However, I really am going to worry about their second point now.
They do have a Brigitte ult ready to go. They have Grab that is going to be online. They have Ana boost that's going to be online. However, on the defensive side, they do have Thick Bobs with the Molten Core, a fantastic ult to use. And there it is. It's going to start just putting a line right on the point, immediately taking out GL. Now they are pushing up in front. Mexican Lucky is going to be pushing and gets taken out by Thick Bobs. Thick Bobs' Molten Core is going to finish off Geode. That's what they needed, but they used that and Valkyrie. That was only 2 ults. Let's see if we see the same thing coming out from Wales. What happened to them when they are on defense, because they got some ults too.
The ult economy has been consistently better from the whales, but because their offense is a little more conservative, I don't know how well they're going to be able to push.
Again, they are running the 3-3. Doomfist seeing where they are, backs up, see if they're going to decide to push through this narrow passageway or not. Here comes out the rally, lets him out. His Shatter comes down. It's not going to knock anybody down because of the shield. Here comes out the grab as well. It's going to help kill Crimax. Eric Sama gets taken out as well. Diva Bomb comes out, shielded and dodged as well. Here comes out the Diva Bomb coming out from Julik. Julik just kind of pushed them off the point. Wholesome does get Mexican, but he is taken out by GL, and so is Thick Bobs. That's 2 ticks, looking for 3. Ryan is going to charge right on the point, gets slept before his thing could happen, and purpled right away, going to be swung down from Brigitte. Crimex is taken out. Here comes a Hammond as well from their defending team. It is a fantastic stalling hero, and he's very annoying to kill. Julik does get a Shatter comes out from GL, helps them clean up them off the floor, and with much more time in their bank is going to be the Whales.
So it does look like Goats was definitely the right choice here, and maybe taking advantage of the high ground would have been a better idea. But nonetheless, they still did a fantastic job of taking the point with 4 minutes, 43 seconds to spare.
I want to compliment them. Even without dive tanks, they are really pushing together as a unit. There's no one really falling behind. There's no one flanking without the team. They are there together. They either live together or die together. It's like a team game. But because the Warriors did capture the second point in overtime, they are not going to get a chance to attack. Instead, it is going to be on attack the Whales. They only have to get 1/3 of the point, and they have over 4.5 minutes to do so. So it's going to be a lot of time. I can't imagine what their thought process is. They could essentially do what kind of been happening for getting that second point. Basically, get up all your ults, use them, and win. And although definitely even that last fight, the Whales spaced them out so well. It wasn't just all thrown at once, and it did to their advantage. The Shatter was there. Diva Bomb was there later, and then we had the Rally was there to push them off again. Rally actually gives your speed boost to everyone as well, so it's not just for Brigitte. Now they are, looks like they're doing a little more. Here we go. I was wondering where they were going. They're not setting up behind the point. They're setting right up in front. Bastion is here. They are actually going to be sticking with their 3-3. They're going to use the corners as best they can properly, which is what I love to see. They can't hit what they can't see. So Thunder is going to be here on the Bastion. They're going to slowly move forward, using the defense matrix so that they can get back, keep going around the point to the high ground. Turrets well placed from Symmetra, replacing just a little bit. They're waiting right now for their shields and defense matrix to be full as GL pushes forward. They're just going to go onto the point and kind of be in the blind spot of where the Bastion is. He's going to get up and reposition. He's still there. He's still getting in position. He's still in the right position now. They're all hiding underneath, trying to get maybe just that little bit of tick. Torbjorn comes down. Thunders gets the kill onto the Reinhardt. His shield was just taken down too much. Julek's also hit out of mech because the Bastion got that fantastic teleport reposition from the Symmetra to allow him to actually see that better position. This is a great team play and communication coming out from Crymox and Thunders to let them know when and where to teleport to where to be set up. Thunders is going to be taken out. Now they should be looking for that Mercy res. And look for it. Thick Bobs does take down Dank Memes. Here comes out the res. It does go off. Thunders is back. And it is just a very high charged Mexican Lucky who's going to be left. And that was a 1.5 minutes taken off from an extended single fight. I feel like that was definitely in favor of the Warriors. Really sticking that out because there were ults used. Now we do have most of the ult economy is definitely on the side of the Warriors. And a boost and grab here, ready and waiting. Now they can teleport out of a grab if they need to. Here comes out the Valk and the Symmetra wall. Thunder is getting a double kill. GL and Geode and the mech. Mexican Lucky falls to Sage, and they're going to back up, not giving them any more ult charge, but that was 2 ults used right away. So I'm actually complimenting the Warriors here on only using 2 ults versus what seems to have been happening the last few times, using them all right away. Now they only have about 2 minutes left. I'm curious what the Whales are going to be doing. They do have an Ana boost. I'd like to see that maybe used on either Julek to get in there and really deal with that defense matrix, use rockets, kill him. Because now they have gone off from the slow push to the dive on somebody and kill it. Here comes out the Bastion ult, which is actually, in my opinion, not what you want to use right now, because now they just stand behind walls. Here comes Julek is really low. Now the Ana boost goes on to the monkey. Sage just take Julek out of mech. GL getting the kills on all the peripherals. Here comes out the grab. Huge Ana grenade right there. Bastion is so low, can't heal. Uses the teleporter just out of their way. Molten Core used as well. A very huge Ana grenade that they were able to use the teleporter just in time to save the Bastion to let them stay alive. 1.5 minutes left. Angry Monkey is angry. It is 2 members here for Warriors against the 1 Monkey. Monkey is going to wisely back up because one of those members is a Bastion.
It's very strange how that last nano grenade did not kill the Bastion, as it was just within reach. And unfortunately for the Whale, they really need to get rid of that Bastion before they can really do anything else.
And it was so very close. A well-placed teleporter. Again, Bastion can teleport while in sentry mode. So was able to get to from high ground to low ground. It may not seem much, but Julik was right on his tail. Look, if they can turn around and see this Torbjorn right now, they could deal with him because he's gonna on the other side nerf this coming out just kind of to push them back. Gets the Bastion from around the corner. They need to watch for that Mercy Res if they can. Symmetra turret's doing a lot of work, but it's Symmetra falls to Sparky Muffin's and a grenade. Wholesome falls as well. It is just Sage here. It is just Thick Bobs who is then taken down. Eric Sama here on the point in the mech gets hit out of mech. It is just here. It is just the turret with a final push. It looks like it's going to be 1-1. Wales takes Volskaya Industries.
Very well done. I definitely saw the struggle there, but it resulted in them finally getting that final tick.
They were able to get that Bastion with I don't even want to call it lucky, but Bastion was on the low ground instead of the high ground. And then he was taken out. He couldn't quite get around the corner from that Diva Bomb. So well done.